Morning traders, and this is your Aussie day trade setup for today. So just starting off with the monthly, you'll see last month we ended up with a pretty much a range bar. So we had tails to top, tails to bottom, and a sizable body. So sizable tails and a sizable body. Not a perfect range bar, but it is a range bar nevertheless. And that basically means that your two levels that are critical from the monthly chart are pretty much the high and the low of the month. So that is 4,400 point range. Okay, if we drop down to the daily, you'll see basically what we have got that has transpired. We've broken through a trend line, and that trend line is pretty much right there. And you can see we've broken through it, and what I would expect is some kind of a pullback to come and test. Now, the other thing that's still concerning me is we have this double top neckline over here. Okay, so 340 is the area that we really need to be diligent around. Okay, because I do suspect that that is a make or break. If we do get through that, that pretty much gives me another trend line break to the downside. So let's get this on the lower time frames. You'll see what I'm talking about. Yesterday was a public holiday in the States, and we had more politicians coming out. So hence the bit of nothing move yesterday, but also very typical for a Monday. Just want to fine tune that to there. Okay, so if we look at this along these lines, there is our range. Just tidy it up a bit so you can see. So there's our current range. We're on the 3 hour, and to me that is essentially what we should be looking to trade at the moment. I'm not so sure we're going to hold though, because this trend line is on the daily, so I would expect us to come back, and this neckline is also going to it's going to have a lot of impact on what people do. So if we drop down to the hour, this is going to give you the view that you need for today. And you can see the 200 SMA and the 200 EMA, we're stuck between the two. My oscillators are grouped to the downside, which is indicating we should expect a bounce off here. And I just want to have a look to see what the rest of the world's doing right now. Hang Seng is flat, so 10 cent is flat, and Rand dollar 15.26, slightly weaker. Dollar slightly weaker, not the Rand. So that bodes well for a pretty much nothing day at the moment. Futures market yesterday was hit quite badly with some politics going on, but it was a public holiday, so volumes would have been low. So I wouldn't write too much into that. I think for me the key thing here on the hour is diversions. You can see there low, higher low, low, lower low. So I would expect another move to the upside in this channel. Okay, stop area is going to be below this pin bar here. So if I move that to there, that'll give you a stop area. So stop just below for 4,800. So let's make it 47,980. Should be more than adequate for a stop. But yeah, this trend line is the one that we need to watch. Okay, so that's kind of my view at the moment. I suspect this channel to trade out. So if we do drop below this level, then you're looking for a move pretty much back down to the downside to come and challenge some of these swing lows here. Okay, so the next thing to bear in mind is we do have a grouping of our oscillators on the hour, which is indicating another move to the upside. Okay, so that's kind of my view for today. Expect this channel to continue, so definitely looking at a reason to stay in the trade to the upside. If you look at the lower time frames here, we do have pretty much crossover of the trend line, which is not promising. But we've got a crossover of the trend line, but then if you look at our oscillators, we group to the downside. So a bit of a difficult one to trade. I think I'll wait for that first half hour and see exactly what transpires. Closing range is going to be pretty small, so there's nothing really there to trade. Let's just make sure this last bar is not a nonsense bar. Last bar is a nonsense bar. Okay, so let's just pull that one up there. Right, so there's our closing range. The high of the closing range is 48,760 and the bottom is 48,540. Okay, so break below is going to give us some shorts, break above is going to give us some longs. Okay, looking at the half hour, you can see we have got a trend change on the moving averages, but we have deviations and then we have a grouping here. Look back in time, 2 days, and you'll see pretty similar scenario. Deviations, in other words, moving averages are moving far apart, they're not traveling together, and we have a crossover far apart, and your Williams percentage R is grouped in the buy zone. Okay, that's kind of where I am today. Okay, so we're looking for a long somewhere off this bottom trend line and looking to take profit. Be very careful. I think profit areas are going to be every single one of these fractal levels. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I have to wait and see what happens, but I do suspect this channel continues for today. Anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.